Da, 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 da. Ja-ja! Hello, it's Rhea. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, I hope you are enjoying yourself. As you know, with like my past couple of videos, if you've seen them, it has all been me hustling and fighting for my life trying to finally finish this sketchbook. I can finally say it is done. We did it. We made it. I know everyone says their sketchbook took them like a long time and it always makes me feel bad because I'm like, oh, a couple of months to you, a year to you is a long time. Well then, I'm gonna just go, I guess. No, but I feel like I win the award here on like the longest time it took to fill out a sketchbook because this took me literally from, I think, August of 2020 to last month, which was the very end of 2023. So that is basically 3 years and how many months? I don't know, I'll put it in editing, but a long time. I don't know, I guess like everybody works in sketchbooks at their different paces and stuff like that. So what may be long to some people might not be long to others. I feel like for me, I do have reasons as to why it took that long, but it's also not something that I'm like fretting over too much because if anything, I'm just happy that it's finally done with. But I feel like the main reasons why the sketchbook took me a while is because, like, aside from obvious life stuff, like me hustling in college to graduating and then hustling full-time with my big girl jobs, I was constantly drawing in other places, like not just digitally, but I think actually when I started the sketchbook, I had the mentality of like having multiple sketchbooks where I draw different things in them. A fan art sketchbook, one for design stuff, one for original content stuff, which was supposed to be this one, and then one for studies, which will be the next sketchbook that I work in. And I figure like at this point I should just draw whatever I feel like. I don't think it's that important anymore to like separate everything. Like I can see where I was going with that, but it can be kind of detrimental, as you can tell, with me taking forever to finish one specific thing. So I was kind of reluctant whenever I was continuing on in the sketchbook because I knew that I wanted, for the most part, to have each spread be like colorful or like using markers in it because it's a render sketchbook. And I'll explain that in a second, but basically, yeah, I wanted to like have it all like decked out. And my thing is by habit, like by my artist habits, I'm definitely more of like a sketcher on terms of like just pencil or like pens or things like that, but just like sketching things and leaving it at that as opposed to being like a colorful illustration type person, you know? I'm definitely getting more to that side and I feel like this sketchbook helped me with that. That also was a challenge that delayed the process of the sketchbook. But yeah, so this sketchbook is a render sketchbook, as I was mentioning earlier, which means that you can basically color on the pages in alcohol marker and it will not bleed on the back. It's special marker type paper, like very it's supposed to be very compatible with markers, and I put the quotation marks because if you've seen my other videos, you've probably heard me talk about how much I don't really coexist with this paper type, which is a shame because that's the whole reason why I bought it, but you know, you live and you learn. And yeah, but Render Sketchbook by Crescent, I believe I will leave the like where I got it from in the description as a link. It is a 8x8 inch sketchbook, and I believe there are 64 pages. So yeah, it's not like super big or anything like that. But alas, it took me a while, and yeah, and it's also spiral bound, as you can tell. And then, before we fully get into it, these are my stickers, as you can see. Or not like my stickers, but like these are the stickers that I decided to cover the spread with. I did leave some spot, like there's still some empty spaces, but I think I realized that it was getting closer being finished and I was like, I am so done with the sketchbook. I don't even want to like put any more effort into adding more stuff onto it. So yeah, but These are obviously like the BT21 stickers. This is from Imawonder. I think this as well, like it was like a cute sticker sheet. And there's also some other stickers that I use on one of the spreads that came from that same sticker sheet set. And then this, I believe, is from Bunny Journey. I'll double check on that, but and then this is from the @ here, which is Mestizamakes or Mech. I think I can't tell if it's a Z or a X, but either way, I'll probably put the ats up somewhere anyways. But yes, those are all like the stickers that aren't BT21 or just like this random Kuromi sticker. Okay, I zoomed out a bit so that way we can see it a little bit better in view. But yeah. Okay. So here we have the first page. I'm gonna try to just do this one page at a time instead of like maybe both. I don't know. This is always the dilemma that I run into when it comes to like sketchbook tours. Because it's a bigger one, it's kind of hard to like fit them both in the frame, so I might just focus on one. That way we can get a little bit more of the details and stuff. But yeah, so for right here, these are just, I mean, this is just the back of the cover, so I wasn't really like, I just utilized the space by putting some post-it notes here and just random notes or things. This, I believe, is actually in maybe a video or something, like when I did like a compilation of just coloring some characters with alcohol markers and doing the line art. But for the rest of these, basically whenever I'm at work, whenever I work like a day job as a designer, and I still want to like practice art, I still want to like keep my art skills because she's addicted, she loves the art thing. I draw on like post-it notes or like anything small that I can just like doodle on real quick and then tuck away because I'm shy and don't want to share my art with anyone. Yeah, I often draw on post-it notes or things like that, and so this one's just like a random sketch. I think all these were done at different times too. Like this was whenever I was working my very first job, and then that was whenever I was at the second one, and then these three were also at the latest job that I was at. So yeah, and these three are also Hypnosis Mike fan art. So and then yeah, I think these two are just like random drawings. This character looks really cool. I would like to maybe draw them again. Moving over here, so this is the first page, and I just did a bunch of swatches because I'm the kind of person that likes to not put too much weight on the first page if I can. But I don't know if like I'll change my mind moving forward. I think in general there shouldn't be too much weight on the first page, but if you want to do something fun, you know, go for it. Or if you don't and you just want to use it like this to sort of like break in the sketchbook and not feel too nervous, then you know, you can always do that too. But I think I just swatched all the markers that I currently had at the time on this, which is crazy because if I swatch this now, like the entire page, I don't even think I'd have enough room. This was good to do at least so that way I could see how the colors would look on the paper. So yeah. Yeah, let's just do it like that. Let's just do it like this. It might be a little bit easier. So here is, I guess, the first drawing. There isn't really much that I have to say about this one. It's kind of just like a character that I drew. I think it was just to like fill the page at this point because I knew I drew it later than like later in the sketchbook. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's kind of just, I like that it's monochromatic, and the character's hair is interesting, but I don't think they're really like an OC or anything. I like their outfit. I was really lazy with the weapon. It's just like, this is just a very basic looking scythe, but that's okay. And then this page is actually a video, and it was a video from 2020 because that's whenever I started the sketchbook. I think I remember it was like starting a new sketchbook and messing up the first page because I was really excited to like, you know, get started in this, and then that's when I realized, oh, this is like that weird marker paper where it's like the blending just feels weird and stuff. Like it doesn't work the way my instincts work. And I was like, oh, yikes. It's kind of a funny video because I just was like falling apart. But at the same time, I was like trying to make it seem like it was okay. But yeah, characters are actually based off of 2 plants that I had at the time. I say at the time because sadly, as you can probably guess, I don't have them anymore. They probably perished because I am not, I don't know, I'm sure I could take care of plants, but like me trying to take care of plants in a pandemic, I think I just bought them to try to feel better about like everything falling apart around me. And it worked for the time being, but yeah, I personified those plants. It's been so long since I've done a sketchbook tour. I'm like, how do people do these? Like, what do I say? Like, what do I explain? Do I just, I don't even know, but anyway. Okay, now we are getting into the fruit personifications. Which I believe was a Persartify video, but I drew these again digitally later on. But I did the brainstorming in my sketchbook. So, starting out, basically I wanted to draw characters based off of popular fruit flavors around like summertime. So yes, we have white peach and we have yellow peach, and they are siblings? Yes, I believe so. I believe they're siblings. And so you can see that I basically just kind of like sketched them a little bit. Sometimes it's just like this where I just, if I really like the first design, then I just redraw it a little bit. Or there's ones where I'm like trying to figure out like what I would prefer, and then I just end up with something completely different. But yeah, and then I just have my little notes about the characters on the side. And I think one thing that was fun was coming back in and sort of making it feel like a little bit more presentable, if that makes sense. I think that's something that I, like, this sketchbook taught me a lot about, or like I could see myself growing into that habit of making it feel more like a actual spread instead of just like random splotches of ideas. And it's okay if you're like, you know, the latter type of person. I think because of like studying design and things like that, that kind of made me consider making it look like that more. But yeah. Okay. So over here, wow, look how this page turned out. That's cool. This was the page that I was going to show during my montage of me finishing the sketchbook, but then I was like, wait, no, I will not show this page yet. But you see it now, and yes, this is one of my OCs. I think Aura is like the very first OC that I made, at least on record that I can remember. She's definitely an old OC, and I love to, like, she's one of my go-tos on terms of like whenever I think of like, oh, I need to draw an OC. So yes, this is Aura. She is a cat girl idol. So about as like anime as you can get, and yeah, she's really dear to me, I guess because she's one of the first characters that I made, so I just decided to do a spread of her. And yeah, I may have said this earlier, but yeah, this sketchbook was meant to be like, for me, mostly, or maybe even like 100% just OC stuff or like original content, since I was doing everything in other sketchbooks supposedly. But of course I break that later on, but yeah, that's probably why. Spread, I think I used a lot of different mediums, and also another thing is whenever I was trying to film this spread, the way that the alcohol markers came out, I think there was like smudging or something, but it was not working well, so I was trying to salvage stuff and things like that. I used a lot of different things. I know I used Posca markers for some of these, of course, like to color block, and then colored pencils for her hair because her hair is gradient, and I was trying to like really make it work, but with the markers, I don't know, I don't know if I had the colors that I wanted at the time, but nevertheless, I think it turned out a pretty cute spread, and I love my girl. She looks so cute. I like that I drew her in like different outfits and different hairstyles and poses. I want to do that more with my OCs. Okay. So, back to the fruit personifications. This is watermelon and this is pineapple. Love watermelon, hate how pineapple turned out. I felt like there was so much better potential. Like, I generally get it because it's like the high ponytail of dreads, like the ombre hair. Like, I think that's fine. I just don't think I could draw guys that well at the time, maybe. Because I don't know what, like, I wish I could vouch for myself or defend myself, but girl, I don't know what to say. But watermelon, I don't know, I just really like how she turned out. I like the idea of her having like an undercut that's really cute, and then like the melon bangs. It reminds me of like that one cat meme where it's like the cat is like, its head is like in a watermelon. I also like the way that I did the shading and like the coloring. I don't know how to feel about like doing this kind of like highlight style where I leave the space, like the highlight space white, like I don't color it in, because sometimes I'm like, ooh, I like it, and other times I'm like, I hate it. Because I don't know how well it translates. I feel like here it translates fine, but I think on the other spread that I'm going to show, I hate it, so I don't know. Okay. And I think these are the last two of this little Personify series. So this is Mango, and they're so freaking cute. I love Mango's design because I usually like when characters have like their bangs covering their eyes, especially if they look like really pretty underneath. So yeah, and then there is Strawberry down here. She's very like, I don't know, whenever I was drawing Strawberry, I was like, she has to be like an e-girl. Like, there's no way that I could get around that. Like, I feel like it just has to happen. So also, all the styles in these sketches are like not consistent at all. Like, I don't know what's going on. But once again, I do feel like these turned out kind of fun. Okay. So we have me having a breakdown, I guess. I don't know. And then this is one of my OCs. I can't think of her name right now, but she's friends with another OC named Prism, and I guess they're both kind of like social influencer idol icons or whatever, but I really like the way this sketch turned out, to be honest. I was thinking about switching her hair up, but I don't know, we'll see. And then over here, just OC doodles, yes. So we have Aura. I like how her hair looks here. I have changed like the tones of her hair so many times. I don't know, like I think it's definitely darker down here, and like lighter up here. But nevertheless, and I also remember drawing this outfit because I thought it was like super cute. I love putting her in like K-pop type outfits because she's an idol, so it makes sense. But she just looks so cute in it. And then here is Phrase and Zure. I love both of them so much. I usually draw them together often. And this is Prism, this is Celeste, this is RK, and this is 8. And as I put here, none of these are consistent, and that is very true. I don't feel like any consistency is happening here, and I don't feel like any of these really like capture my characters, but alas. Ooh, okay, we're getting the kind of fun stuff. I don't know. We're about to enter the part where I'm planning for my self-insert September challenge that I did, I think in either 2020 or 2021. It was like it sounds, it was a self-insert challenge. So like if you are the kind of person that's really big on imagining yourself or imagining like a stand-in character, like an original character in the universes that you enjoy, then that was definitely your moment. That was your time. I was wondering if I should do it again, but I was actually really surprised at the fact that people participated. I was like really shook because I was like even less relevant than I am now. So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. I love seeing everyone's everyone's like entries and stuff. So yeah, let me know if y'all would be interested in me doing a challenge like that again in the future. But for now, here is. This was for the first prompt, I think. It was for one of the prompts, but which was like demon, because I was trying to figure out if I should do angel or demon, like what my self-insert would be like if they were like an angel or demon. And I was like, well, because my branding is already very like obviously like more angelic facing, I thought it'd be more interesting to have it like imagine myself insert as a demon. So that's where all of this came from, all these like little sort of warm-up sketches. And then I did a full illustration, which I still think looks pretty badass now. But yeah, this was like the planning part of it. I don't know if you guys want me to like, I don't know if I should like explain any of my notes, or if you could just read them. I mean, my handwriting isn't the best, so I understand, but yeah. And then this spread, I actually really like how this one turned out. Oh my gosh. The only thing that I was debating on was changing the color of this like, this type, or not type, but this, what is it, words? My brain wanted to say like typography, but it's like, I mean, I wrote it, so I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to like change that to maybe like a red or something. I feel like the black might have been too intense, but nevertheless, this is like my girl gang spread. And yeah, I think it turned out super cute. So this is my girl gang spread. Girl gang in like a non-binary way, I suppose. But this character actually was originally was the drawing that I used to draft out my demon self-insert that I ended up doing digitally, but I referenced the sketch to start it out. But later on, you know, I did the character completely differently, and I also recently filled out this spread, as you guys might have known. So yes, I really like how it came together, and all these stickers, once again, are from Imawonder. I was like, this is like the perfect place to use them, because it's like they fill up space while still fitting so well with the theme, and I just love how it came out, honestly. Like it's kind of iconic. I remember thinking like it'd be cool if these two kind of had like some sort of, I don't know, like story where it's like, that'd be cool if these two characters like end up having some sort of like story where they're both like, I don't know, girl gang leaders, like notorious girl gang leaders, but they end up having to like work together for something. I don't know, but yeah, basically it's just like a very fun, badass spread, and I really like the vibes. I think it turned out pretty fun, and I enjoy like the composition and everything, so yeah. Okay, and moving on to more self-inserts. This is more of like the planning side, because I did all of these, of course, digitally, but this was still fun to do. And then, like, I think a lot of these I did, like, most of the drawings in the sketchbook, I want to say I just had the sketches done, but I didn't color them for the longest time. So, hence why I ended up doing videos where it was like, let's do all the line art first, and then now let's color all these spreads that I forgot. So here's more self-insert prompts. This was the video game prompt, so I was like, maybe like, at the time I was playing Aura Kingdom, and my character more or less looked like this, but I don't think she had twin tails. I think she had like a long silver braid, and then this was just a character that I was trying to like generally draft. I don't know, it's very interesting, but I do kind of like this design for some reason. Then I realized I don't know how to draw guns, lol. Yes, another thing with the sketchbook is you can very clearly tell that I am just adding stickers to fill in a lot of the space. That's why it says when things don't go nearly as planned, add stickers. Fun fact, pro tip, you know, we love crafting. And Okay, moving on to this page. So, prompt number 3, magical girl. I think I was just trying to draft out different looks once again. And I was trying to figure out, you know, like what power or like sort of approach I wanted to go with. And it's really interesting to like see, I guess, my brainstorming process versus like the final results of things. I always think that's the fun part of a sketchbook. If you're someone who likes to like use your sketchbook as a place to draft ideas for like pieces, I think that's a fun thing to like look back on. Ooh. Okay, so continuing the self-inserts. Girl, not the smudging. Okay, so for a book series, I decided to just choose a manga because of course. And for the manga, I chose Inubaka, which was one of the very first mangas I think I started reading whenever I was a kid, and it's still a favorite to this day. I think it's very precious to me because it was the first one that I started reading. And basically, it's about a girl who moves to Tokyo whenever she's 18, and she ends up working at a pet shop because she has this magical dog power to, you know, just like really attract and get along with dogs. So it's a really cute and like silly story. So that was where I decided to put my self-insert, and this is what I would imagine my character to be like. Down here I put, I forgot what dogs look like. I should go outside more. And then over here, my self-insert prompt was sports. So of course, you know, I'm gonna have to go for haiku. Okay, I turned on manual focus because even though I'm not drawing, somehow like the focusing is just all over the place. So we're just gonna keep it solely on this. I would definitely be on Nekama because I love that they're cat themed, and plus I like their colors. It's red and black. It's very like powerful and cool, and yeah, these are my notes. So I was like, would I be like an ace or would I be a setter? Because I feel like I have like that kind of fiery energy of like an ace player, but I also feel like setter would be cool to play as well. And yes. And sometimes with these prompts, like there's 2 ideas that come into mind. So aside from volleyball, I was thinking maybe esports because I've played League for a really long time. And whenever I was super into like the LCS and things like that, I was like, man, it would be kind of cool to like, you know, play League competitively. So I was like imagining what my character would be like. And I just imagined that I would have like extreme like RVF. I feel like naturally I tend to have a scowl if I'm not directing my energy towards anyone, so I would probably look a little concerning. I'm assuming this is still more on like a fantasy side, not necessarily like fantasy, but like more of like a fictional side, like if I was a fictional character that was in like an esports anime or manga or whatever, so yeah. And then over here, prompt number 7, dating simulator slash visual novel. I thought that was kind of a fun one to do because I was like, I wonder what type of like trope I fit if I was like a character, like if I was in a visual novel or like a dating simulator, like what trope my character would like fit under, because I don't really know what kind of like type I am. Sometimes I feel like I've been called like tsundere, but I don't really know if that's accurate. I can see some parts of it, but I'm not entirely in agreement to that. So yes, this is my character over here and like my quotes and things like that. And then here is the prompt for movie, which I chose Alice in Wonderland because I love Alice in Wonderland, or at least like the concept. So yes, these are my notes once again. I think this is really funny, like the live tweeting at a tea party and then like the fact that I would stay in Wonderland or at least visit often. I feel like this is I have not changed for sure. And then moving past that, this isn't really something that I feel the need to like focus on, but it's basically just an eyes thread or whatever. I was just drawing a bunch of different eyes and yeah. And then over here, it's just a honey page. I can't even remember what led me to drawing this, to be honest. Like, I genuinely can't remember anymore. So, yeah, I guess we have honey here, and I put these little, like, Rilakuma stickers here to accompany these sketches, so yeah. And then once again, kind of like a messy random spread. We have stuff, but none of it's like necessarily cohesive. I think these, this and this was me, like practicing blending or like testing out one of my marker sets, because I know I had to film that, so it's probably in a video, but yeah. And then over here is kind of like one of those moments where I use my sketchbook as like a journal almost. And this was basically after I graduated at the very end of 2020. So it's like, hello, I'm back. Back from what, you ask? Well, I've sort of been dying. Basically, this semester sucked. Whoa, for real? Deadass. I was tired AF, confused, and 100% done. But I graduated. Finally free. And so, in conclusion, despite everything, you survived! And then it says, I've deadass just been playing League, watching shows, and existing. It was kind of the best thing ever. And now I get back to art. It just says, bitch, whatever, life goes on. I don't know. I was going through a lot during 2020. I don't know if I really talked about it, but I mean, everyone was. That's the thing, like literally everyone was, but it was definitely not a good time for me, especially at the end. I was like, oof. But I survived, so hey. Okay. Getting back to more personifications. I keep wanting to say persartifications, but it's like, I don't know. Anyway, so these are the winter flavor personifications. So we have peppermint here, and their design is really cute. You can tell, like, once again, I was going through different phases as to what I might have wanted the character to look like, and I decided on that. And then there is the hot chocolate character. She's so cute. This is like so freaking cute. This little like doodle right here. I don't know. It's just so precious to me. And then here is where, once again, like the leaving the white space as the highlight was not working out. I hate how this looked, but it's also probably because I colored this very chaotically. I probably used, I want to say I might have used my Crayola Super Tips in some of these places. I can definitely tell. So. And then over here we have gingerbread and eggnog. I was recently drawing like a digital version of this. I don't know if I'll ever like finish it, but I think these characters are so cute and I would love to continue doing. I do have a video where I did draw these, but I didn't draw them like a bust up or like an actual, like I only drew them as chibis, I think, because I had a Christmas chibis video, and so yeah. But this is all the behind the scenes on whenever I'm planning out like their designs, and yeah, I think they turned out really like cute. And then for the last two for the winter flavor series, I don't know what unholiness happened whenever I went to color, but it was not a good time. The smearing was abysmal. It was dangerous. It was concerning, and I just kind of gave up. So poor Cinnamon deserved a lot better, but alas. So there's Cinnamon, and then there is Red Velvet. Love them both. I think they have really fun designs, and yeah, it's always like a fun thing to like come up with characters based off of like a concept. I don't think I'll ever stop doing that, so yeah. And then on the back here we just have some OC doodles. I think this was also a video. And yeah, to fill in the space I just used some more stickers, of course. And yeah, so that is Aura's sister. This is Mira, this is Cirrus, this is RK again, this is Kane, and then this is Celeste. Yes, I have a lot of OCs. I don't know how much I talk about them here, but I do want to draw them more. Okay, so getting into more OCs. These are, well, this is just a character that I drew and colored, I guess. I don't know. And then this girl, I don't really have a name for her, but I love her so much. She is like a a part of me wants to say like VTuber designs, because like there was like a certain point in time where I created characters all at the same time. You'll see the others on the next page, but basically like a part of their personality or like their hobbies is like streaming, and they all like stream different kinds of like games or topics and things, and so this is one of them, and she's just so freaking cute. I just love her hair and her like very emo looking aesthetic. I also really like this chibi that I drew on like this little post-it note, so yeah, I added that in there, and of course more stickers, as you can see. And yeah, so here is the gang, kinda sorta. But I feel like these were the 3 most popular characters that I decided to go with out of like drafting some of the characters. And yes, so, but this is Gisetta, and this is Peony, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I've drawn them all together in an illustration before, but this was, you know, once again, like the drafting of the characters. So I think, yeah, they're really cute, and I really like them, so. Okay, and over here we have a very older spread, because my gosh, looking at this is giving me a headache. Normally I try to be gentle with myself and not roast myself too hard, because everyone, you know, like art's a journey, you have to grow and learn a lot of stuff, but looking at this currently is just like so, on so many levels, I'm disturbed. But alas, this was the spread. I remember it was even a video that I did, that I think it was like Pinterest studies, or like I started out doing Pinterest studies with this one and maybe this one, but then I like gave up on the rest, kinda sorta, I don't know, but this was the spread that happened. And these are all my OCs again. So that's Aura, and that's her sister, and more characters, yes. On the back, we have, once again, more OC drawings. I have a lot of OCs. Like, a lot. I don't know how well it's, I don't know how noticeable it is, but if you didn't know before, you definitely are gonna know now. Yes, I draft a lot of character designs, but that being said, there's only so many of them that I feel like are more solidified. So another thing is like this spread is like the drawings themselves were pretty old, but I recently colored them, because I'm like, this doesn't look like how I would expect it to, but alas, you know. And then over here, I think this was also a video, I did a magical girl spread, because every May I like, instead of mermaid, I like to do like magical girl May, which I don't think I really did at all last year, but it's like a month where I focus a little bit more on magical girl stuff, because I think it's such a cute aesthetic and I really enjoy it. So yeah, this was a spread that I did, and I believe this is all Muji pins, because it was around the time that I got Muji pins and I realized how much I enjoyed them. So basically I use that to like fill in any kind of color, and it kind of has this really unique look to it. It's kind of fun. So, and then on the back here, this spread is just, I guess, some more Pinterest studies or things like that. I think I was mayhaps drawing outfits, possibly, and so here we are. I like this one the most, mostly because I think the blue and yellow is like a really fun combination. I like how it looks, and it's a fun pose. The rest are just kind of like chaotic. I do kind of like this, but yeah. So this was a spread that I recently finished. It is the Powerpuff Girls. I was like imagining them once again with like girl gang energy, I guess. So if the Powerpuff Girls were some baddies, because you can see Blossom kind of has like brass knuckles. I don't really know how to draw brass knuckles. I think I just tried my best, but And then Bubbles has like this chain, this spike ball, this giant spike ball on a, I don't even know. How is she holding that? Like, how is she, I don't know, but and then here we have Buttercup and with a baseball bat. I'm pretty sure this was a Pinterest reference, and the other two, I think I briefly referenced this one, and this one I might have just winged it. But yeah, and I tried to come up with like semi-interesting outfits, I don't know, but I think I like Buttercup the most. Because I don't know, I just really vibe with like the green colors here, and I also like how I did the background. I was kind of hesitant on if that would like work at first, but I like how it like just serves as like a fun little insert. And these were done with Posca markers, but yeah, it's like a fun, it adds more to the spread than what it was like before, you know, and I kind of like, I want to do that more. And then over here on the back, we have two of my Gaioses. This is Kane, and this is Hadrius. There was some chaotic things going on with whenever I went to color this drawing, so I just went ahead and tried to use Posca to salvage it, but it just got more and more chaotic, and I was like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna have to let it be. So yeah, I feel kind of okay about these sketches, but they're definitely older. And I also I feel like I want to dress them, like style them better. I don't know. There's more work to be done here. But I do love both of these two. So for this page we have these two again, but I decided to draw them as magical girls because I remember this was probably along the time where I was doing the magical girl May thing. So I decided to put them as magical girls as well and give them like outfits. This, I believe, was a sketch that I turned digitally, so it looks different, but I still think this is very fun. Both of these sketches, what is that? Is it like Decora aesthetic? I don't know, but like where it's like the excessive details or like excessive accessories it's very difficult to say, like on the face or like in the hair and stuff. I think that's really cute, and I thought it was really fun to like do that here. And then over here we have it just says more to the OC yassification. So yes, this is Gisetta again, and the other girl, which I do not like how hers turned out here, but Gisetta's is cute. I don't know, she's rocking it, she's vibing. But yes, Gisetta plays like fighting games, or she excels, should I say, at fighting games, so that's why she has like the little like boxing gloves. And she, Miss Emo looking girl, is more like music coded, I think. She plays like rhythm based like music games and stuff. I think that this little doodle is so cute. This was the thumbnail that I did for the actual digital drawings, because once again, I'm pretty sure that's a video. And even though I try to like color out all of the spreads and stuff, there are still some moments where you might have noticed I just like leave a sketch as is, because I feel like that sometimes that's necessary, you know? On over here we have a sort of like mini illustration of Aura sitting on this couch. It was a lot cooler in my mind before I ended up coloring it, as happens to be with a lot of drawings, but the way I did her hair here was so interesting. Like, I don't know why it's so like wavy fluffy, I don't know, there's something odd going on, but it's not like I hate it, I just think it's interesting. And then like this pose is very odd, very weird. I was trying to like have her sit like cross-legged or something, but I don't know. And then on the back here we have her older sister, Aloris, which I recently renamed her that, I think. And so yes, Aloris is like very precious, like older sister energy, and very elegant, graceful, majestic. And yeah, she's very pretty, but I feel like this spread could have been a little bit better. I think this was one of the signs in which I kind of gave up. And then moving moving on to these guys. If you saw my other video, you probably saw me coloring the spread. So this is indeed what it turned out like. I just added some black washi tape or like dark washi tape. These are 3 of my OCs. We are currently dressed in like a punk aesthetic because I was thinking about starting like a little mini series where I do either like OCs or maybe even fan art of like a character dressed up in a certain fashion aesthetic. And yeah, I just thought that'd be cool. And so here we are. The other side, this is basically like a sort of portrait selfie version, I guess, because I wanted to do like the full body, and then I wanted to do like a version like this where it's like a close-up. And yeah, so you have these 3, and it's so cute to like see my OCs like together and interacting. And then over here we have what I've been watching lately at the top. I was thinking about doing more spreads like that, where it's kind of just like a nonchalant, this is what I've been watching lately, because I tend to watch a lot of different media. It's usually anime, but sometime last year I started watching or rewatching Shigokera because it's kind of like a part of my childhood. I think I watched it whenever I was like either preteen or like early teens, and it was just so iconic and cute to me. And then I started watching Wacha Primaji, and it's like this, it's really weird to explain, and it's kind of funny because like I just watched one episode on a whim one day because I was like, this looks really silly, like I'm just gonna watch one episode just for the meme, and then I was like, wait, this is kind of funny. And it's like if you combine like a magical girl with like an idol, and because it's like they transform and they do these performances or whatever, and it's really interesting. It's a time, but nevertheless, I drew those 2 characters. I don't know what happened to her mouth. I think I was like, well, you know. And then down here we have Komi-san Can't Communicate, because around I think around this time last year that was also an anime that I watched, but I was watching it for the first time and it is so cute. I think I'm gonna rewatch it again recently because it's just so adorable and I really like it, and it's also unexpectedly really funny. So yeah, and then on this side, we kind of just have a bunch of random doodles going on. I feel like this is an inevitable type of spread that needs to happen every now and then in my sketchbooks because it's like, I don't know, I feel like so far we have a good balance of things. We have like character designs, we have OC studies, I don't know, but and then every now and then it's just kind of like a brain dump of just random sketches. I mean, I think these are also Pinterest studies, but it's like sometimes they just get more random than I expect with like the background elements and stuff, so yeah. And then down here there's like an ice cream. This must have been during like summer because it says "C'est trop de chaud. Aider, s'il vous plaît?" My French is probably non-existent at this point, so I apologize if none of that made any sense. But it was basically supposed to say like, "It's too hot, please help." And then over here, this was supposed to be for an illustration series that I did not finish. I think I did the first one and then I was like, oop, and then that was it. But it was like an idea where I would draw characters with like masks, and they had like each mask had like a matching aesthetic to the character, I guess. So we had like a floral one, we had like a smoky fiery one or whatever, and then we had a celestial one and like a rain one. So almost kind of like the elements, like the basic elements if you think about it, if you consider like earth, fire, air, water, you know, I don't know. But yeah, and then over here I was like drafting out what I might potentially want the pieces to look like, so kind of like thumbnailing for it. Once again, this is the only one that I did, so and I put way too, like, the style, I think like I wanted it to be a little bit more stylistic than it turned out, but I don't necessarily hate how the illustration itself turned out. So I don't know if I will revisit this concept. I feel like I kind of should, because I feel bad that I just left it here like this, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking I could do it where it's literally just like a portrait, like a headshot, and you would just see the character's face and like their mask. So I guess not their face, but their mask. But yeah, and I just kind of bedazzled it with some washi tape. And moving on, we have some more OC planning. This was for an OC that I have had in my mind for the longest time, but I never know how I want to draw him. But I do know that he's supposed to be a blacksmith, and that's, like, there's more to it. I swear there's more to it, but I just can't. I'm not fully prepared for presentation mode right now, I'm sorry. So yeah, you have all these really chaotic sketches, because sometimes that's just what it's like, you know? There's no like cohesive thought really going on here. I like how I drew him with like twin tails here. That's cute. And then more OC planning. I actually really like this one. Specifically, Lunama's character design I think is so freaking cute. Obviously you can tell she's like lunar moth themed almost. And I do remember writing out like an actual story for these two, and it was pretty interesting because not all the time do stories come to me for characters, but I was kind of like excited about that. I just kind of froze up after that, and I don't know where to go with it, because that's the thing. Whenever you do have a story, it can be a little bit intimidating because you're like, how do I navigate properly? But I think I need to like revisit them and redraw them again, because I really haven't since probably doing this spread, and I really like how cute, like her hair is just so adorable. And I also kind of like hers because it's like braided into like a crown at the top almost. I don't know how that would even work, but you know, we're loving the concepts. And of course I just decorated it once again with like some little stationery elements. Moving on to this page, this is me sort of diving into figuring out like chibi styles versus cutesy styles, and basically I just talk about how there's like chibi and then there's cutesy. And what I mean by that is like a chibi style is obviously cute, yes, but then there's also styles that are more simplified. They're just really simplified, so they look cute, but they're not necessarily chibi, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is just me brainstorming basically. And so I just draw like these little chibi-sized characters, and then this is me trying to like think about what I want certain elements to look like. It's a very like crude, rough startup of what it looks like whenever I try to like plan out style studies and things like that. But yeah, and then these are my two, should I say, like, how do I explain them? Like, this is kind of like my persona type character, but so is she. Anyways. And then on this page, of course, I think this was also a video of me, you know, practicing what I started studying, and that was the chibis. So yeah, we just have these. I think they all turned out really cute. My thing is, I really like this chibi size. It's just, I often try to keep in mind chibis for like, if I were going to make merchandise, so if I wanted to make keychains or stickers, like, I want them to be like a more of like, not a full square sized ratio, but kind of 1-to-1, which means that I can't make their bodies as long as I like them to. I'd have to make the heads a little bit bigger, but that's for me to figure out, I guess. Yeah, there's so many different styles to like enjoy. And then over here, so we are kind of diving into my branding persona thing that I was talking about just now. So this is more like whenever I was imagining like what my like VTuber persona would look like, but it kind of has become less of like a specifically VTuber type thing and more of like just my overall persona. I think it's just really cute of an idea to me to have like, I think the easiest way to explain it is kind of like Shigokiera, where it's like, you know, there's me obviously, and then there's like my would-be self, or like me in like my most ultimate form, I guess. Like if I had a magical girl transformation, that's probably what it would look like. But then I kind of have like this subplot going on where there's like a different version of me almost, or something like that going on, where it's like this moon girl, and because I kind of like sun and moon motifs like a lot. And yeah, but anyways, around the time of me starting like Twitch and streaming and things like that, this was sort of how this page came into play, because that's why it says emote practice. I was trying to think about like what kind of emotes I'd want. I did end up creating emotes eventually. They don't look like this necessarily. I think I did have one that's kind of like that, and I did have a pleading one, but yeah, I think this spread actually is, it's kind of cute to like see my branding kind of planned out like this, and I love this chibi. It's so adorable. Then of course on the back here we have this Christmas spread that you guys probably already seen. Well, you saw me color it and line art it, so yes, here's my OCs partying for Christmas of 2021. So yeah, we have Mira, RK, Aura, Celeste, Kane, Hadrius, Sirius, Gisetta, and Miss Emo Girl. I think they're so cute. Like I said, I want to draw more like drawings like that, or like illustrations like that. Are you guys ready? So I know this spread came out horrible whenever I first did it, but I'd say I kind of popped off. I want to say I kind of salvaged the hell out of this. Like, you know, it's definitely not like the best thing in the world, but I'm a lot more happier with this than I was whenever I finished that video of me coloring all the spreads, and this was the one that I ended up on. I really like how this turned out, so I think what I'm gonna do is redraw it digitally, but kind of keep this as the basis. I definitely think it helped to make the background darker like I wanted to initially, but I was too pansy to do it, and then I just went ahead and did it, and here we are. Another thing that really helped me was the Posca paint markers. I really have been like getting into using paint markers more and more because I love that sort of like fun look that they add by their like opaqueness, and they're usually bright colors, so I feel like this just, I don't know, like I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm really happy looking at this. This is probably one of the very few illustration pages in the sketchbook. It might be the only one, but I really like how it turned out. Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't give up on it. And then over here, we have the Happy New Year video that I did for 2022, and 2022 was Year of the Tiger, so I am Year of the Tiger. I love things tiger coated. I'm kind of like Hoshi from 17. I think tiger things are just really cute, so yeah, I just was drawing a bunch of like cat girls and tiger themed stuff, and this character is actually kind of like one of my OCs. I didn't really like color her. I think I just did like this drawing of her kind of. I colored everything except her skin because she's tan, but yeah, I think I used a reference too for maybe most of these, I think. I really like the way that I did this spread because of like the colors and stuff. Yeah, it's just a fun time. And then over here, so as I've said before, as this is probably just going to be the theme of the sketchbook, I have many OCs, and a lot of them I am still planning out, but nevertheless, I do enjoy them a lot. And so here's Peony again. Here is an OC that, ooh, you know what? Okay, I'm not gonna get into him. He's dragon based, but I also kind of wanted to make a new OC that's dragon based because it's Year of the Dragon, so I could maybe either rework him or create a completely different character. I don't know, but either way, he's here. And then we have a lot of my OCs don't have a name, sorry, so that's why I'm kind of just like, this is this dude, this is that guy, you know? And then this is my one OC that I always draw with like the braided twin tails, who always has her hair color changing. And then this is also, he's also one of the streamer OCs. He likes lots of cute things and stuff. And this is Sai. I freaking love Sai. I need to draw her more. She's a baddie, and I also love her like hair because it's like red and like pink. It's like Valentine's type hair. I don't know. It's very cute. And yeah, all my stickers to embellish the spread. And then of course on the back we have more OCs. So it's basically just a full double page spread of OCs. He's great. He kind of is like a love interest for Mira, maybe, kind of, sort of, I don't know. I was thinking of redoing his hair though, because I feel like I have just a little bit too many guy OCs with longer hair, which I'm very guilty of, but anyways. This character, I believe her name is Amy. And then we have Kane and, or Hadrius and Kane, and this character who's probably newer or I haven't really fleshed out, and then this is Mira's brother, and then I don't have a name for her, but I love her as well. I haven't really drawn her or dealt with her, but she's precious, I promise. I just trust me, she's really cool, and yeah, so okay, this is why I don't, maybe this is why I don't talk about my OCs, because so many, like, there's just so much that isn't fleshed out, so I'm just like, I don't even know what to tell you guys. Like, I'm just here. We're just here. And more OCs. So I don't have a name for either of these two. If you guys have any name suggestions for anyone at any point in time, please feel free to let me know. Yeah, but I wanted a pair of OCs that are like, I love the whole like preppy character with like a like goth type character, things like that, like the pink character versus like the character that's like has like black or purple as their aesthetic. I love that dynamic or trope so much, and I wanted to have my own characters like that as well. Although I'm sure I have a lot of characters that are already having pink hair, purple hair, but nevertheless, these two are both non-binary, but I just love how fun their designs were, like putting their designs together. I think it was really cute. So yeah, you have like this pink one who is very sassy. Like their tropes are kind of like switched, because you normally expect the gothic emo looking character, like the one that's like purple or like black coated or whatever, to be more of like the rude or like standoffish one, whereas like the pink one's supposed to be like super inviting and things like that, but it's kind of the other way around. They're very sassy and mean, probably. But this one is a lot more like gentle, calming, chill, and but yes, they're very cute, and they're very cute together, so I hope I can draw them more again, like in the future. And then on the back here, we have this drawing of my OC, who, once again, she doesn't have a name, but this is the same OC that I probably showed just now, where her hair was purple and it was in braided twin tails. So she has a job that's kind of it's a very interesting job, but nevertheless, whenever she's on the job, she looks a lot different than whenever she's off the job. So whenever she's off the job, she kind of wears like pastel colors and things like that. When she's on the job, she wears bright colors and her hair's up in twin tails and things like that. So yeah. The only thing about this is I meant to give her shades, because she wears shades instead of like her normal glasses. This, of course, was a video. It's probably one of my more popular videos because it was with the pastel set of ohuhu markers, And despite how chaotic this like coloring came out because of all the smudging and everything, I still think it's a cute spread. So yeah. Oh boy, okay, so we're finally taking a break from all the OC stuff to look at this BTS spread that I did. I think I did this in 2022 was my guess. Because this is for their 9th anniversary. So yeah, and I think this might have been right before they made like their, hey, we're kind of like taking a hiatus announcement. So yeah, because I think what I did was unbox the album and then I also sketched this spread as well, because I know this was a video. But yes, these are all the BTS members. And I think I drew them based off of one of my favorite looks from like, yeah, I think one of my, like my favorite look for each member in whatever era. So we have, I think this is no, I think that's Butter. I think that was Butter June. And then Yoongi, ooh, I don't know what this one is. I think it's from the Love Yourself, like DNA era. And then this was from Idol era, Taehyung. And then we have Black Swan Jimin. Spring Day Hobie, freaking literally love so much with like the pink and silver hair. That was so freaking pretty. And then Mic Drop Jen and also Butter Jungkook, because I loved the purple hair so much. It was like purple hair wolf cut. I was losing my mind. So yeah, and I actually was really going off on this spread with like little ribbons, I guess. But yeah, I felt like this one turned out pretty cute. I'm normally kind of shy of doing fan art, but especially fan art of like real people, so like K-pop idols. But I'm glad that I just kind of went for it here, because even though it doesn't look like the best thing ever, it's still kind of cool that I drew them on the spread. So unfortunately, so moving on to the other spread, which is Hypnosis Mic. I hate how absolutely everyone looks on the spread. Can I just say that? This was whenever I was giving up, girl. I was like, I can't do it. It is what it is. So yeah, I think the only person who came out somewhat decent is Kuko, and I'm not even sure why. I think it's just, I don't know. Like, he just doesn't look absolutely horrible. Everyone else, I am so sorry. I literally wrote at the top, I'm so sorry, but I quit. So yeah, it's just one of those moments. So sorry to the girls. I will have to draw them all more in the future. Moving on, we are almost done with the sketchbook, but just a couple more pages left. So we have this spread, which I think I don't know, I think I was just trying to fill in the pages, to be honest, because I guess it was just like these drawings, fashion stuff going on. I don't know, but this is cute. This little like random drawing that I did here on this post-it note. And for here, I remember doing this spread almost a year ago. It was at the very end of 2022. I did like a long draw with me video, and so this is Bubbling, because I was watching Adventure Time around that time, and then I have a little Amori sketch, and then I have a Ramada sketch, and then just random stuff here. So this is my OC, and this is a random strawberry milk box, and then a frog with an umbrella. But yeah, kind of just a random spread, but and then over here, I think some of these or most of these were Pinterest studies, maybe all of these. I do know whenever I first did this spread, I wanted to accent it a little bit with the acrylograph paint markers that I got at the time. I just got like a basic 10 set, and so that's where some of this is coming from, and then the rest, I believe, is Posca paint markers. But yeah, just trying to fill out the page. Not really vibing with any of these sketches, but they were here, you know? So that's why I have these like words everywhere where it's like, I don't know, yikes, slay. And then, Over here, I tried to do fan art sketches based off of studies, and I was like, this is looking like hot garbage. I do want to try that again, though, because I want to get back into doing more fan art, and I think a fun way of doing it is by turning, like, studies into, like, fan art, if that makes sense. So yeah, we have eeeeuuuggg from your boy Kongming. It's an anime about this girl who wants to be like a singer. It's a really cute anime. I actually want to rewatch it again. And then we have Nakuru from Cardcaptor Sakura. We have Ichigo from Tokyo Mew Mew. Gon from Hunter x Hunter. Why does he look so tall here? He's not built like that. The reference that I used did not match his body, and it shows. We have Grell from Black Butler. This also came out weird. And then we have Yachi from Haikyuu. And it just, because of how chaotic the spread turned out, that's probably also why I wrote at the bottom, if nothing else, at least I'm free, because that was the last double spread. So now here is the final page that you guys saw me finish in the video before this. So yeah, here we go, here we are. That's how the final page turned out. I decided to do like an ending page with my OCs on it, and I'm just kind of chilling in the back here. I didn't color my hair in, so I guess this is my persona instead of me, which is kind of the same thing, but alas. Yeah, so we have, that's the tiger girl OC that I was talking about, Aura. We have Miss Braided Twin Tails girl, we have the Ram girl, we have Kane, Mira, and Peony, and we are kind of existing upon a horizon where none of the lighting makes sense, but here we are anyways. Yeah, that is the last spread in the sketchbook. So over here is where I put my overall thoughts. So I kind of have this habit of like grading my sketchbooks. I think basically, to sum it up, I was just talking about how, like, even though it took me a long time, I'm glad that I finished this sketchbook. And then for my likes and dislikes, for my likes, I put almost every spread was colored and filled in. Yay! Lots of OC planning and OC thriving. That's very true. There was a lot of OC content in this, so that made me happy. Another like is that I didn't give up. Even though I probably really wanted to, and I did sometimes. And then the usage of stationery, which I think is actually very valid, because with the amount of stationery I have bought, I feel like it is only rightful that I utilize it somewhere. And then my dislikes, or things that I basically felt like I could have improved on, or things to note for next time. I dislike this paper, of course. More illustrations would be nice, and I do agree with that. And finishing it faster is ideal, of course, and then less restricting. I think I have an idea of what I mean by that, but nevertheless, that is it. My rating for it was a 7.5, and the time it took me, like I said, August 2020 to December 2023, and it is finally complete. So yeah, that is pretty much my 2020 to 2023 marker illustrations sketchbook. I am glad to finally have this over with. I'm glad to finally move on. It's kind of crazy to think that it's been this long, but it is nice to, you know, like close out this era that has been in my life and to go into a newer one. So yeah, with that, actually, let me see if I can get my new sketchbook, or the one that I'm gonna go into next. So this is the sketchbook that I will likely be taking on next. It is a sketchbook that I got in 2021, but I haven't really like been working in it actively. For those of you that watch my silent studies videos, where it's kind of like a ASMR drawing type thing going on, this is where I have been doing those studies. I will just try to work on one sketchbook consistently. If I do feel like, oh, I don't really know if I'm sketching well today, then I can just use my throwaway sketchbook or things like that. But I do want to try to tunnel vision on one and see if I can complete it just a little bit faster, hopefully, because I really do enjoy working in sketchbooks. I feel like they're where I tend to thrive a lot. And while I do want to branch out more into doing illustrations and stuff, I think a sketchbook is essential for someone like me. So I do hope I can continue to utilize it. And yeah, like I said, I've already kind of drawn in it. I've already done some studies. If you've seen any of my silent study videos, of course. So yeah, but nevertheless, sketchbook I got specifically from the Met in 2021 whenever I was visiting the Met Museum in New York. And yeah, but I think it is a Fabriano sketchbook. I don't know a ton about it, but I so far have enjoyed using like pencil and colored pencil and pen in it, so I'll see how it does with the other mediums, but until then I feel like it's going pretty nicely. And yeah, I hope I can really enjoy this one and sort of make it my own. I might add some more stickers here and stuff, but yeah. So I guess this is where we will leave off today. Yeah, I hope this sketchbook tour was somewhat insightful or not too boring and just a chill time, or even a just chill background noise if you needed it. But let me know if you have a favorite spread or anything. I personally, like I said, really enjoyed that one spread with the girl in space. I really want to try to make that a print, so feel free to nag me about that. But other than that, if you happen to make it this far, thank you so much. It means a lot. I know I can sort of ramble a lot and sort of lose my train of thought often, so hopefully this video isn't too long. But yeah, that is all that I have for today. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed your time here today, please feel free to leave a like. If you're interested to see more of my content, you can always check out my other videos and subscribe. For reference, if you're new, I am Rhea or Etheria, and I like making art and art related content on my channel. I do try to post weekly videos, but if you would like more timely updates, you can always check out my other social media linked in the description or also at the end of the video. Until next time, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you a nice rest of your day and week and first month of 2024. Take care.